couldn't wait to make this recording. I just couldn't wait to do it. You see, one of the most disturbing things that this world has told us is that there are two kinds of people in this world, that there are smart people and that there are dumb people, of which is wrong. There is no such thing as a smart person and a dumb person. There's a verse in the Bible that says that all men are created equal. That is very true. That is very true. I have discovered that. I have discovered in a, a very weird way, in a way that I never thought it would be. There are things that people don't understand, simple things that we should take note of and then apply those things into our daily lives. Simple things such as people don't understand the fact that everything that they think actually happens. Why am I saying that? Think about it. You see, right now, let's say you are thinking about going to the shop. Right now, you are thinking, right? You are thinking about going to a shop. You are thinking about going to buy something. So, in your mind, you have already done that, yet you haven't done it yet physically. But at the end of the day, doesn't matter what time is it, you will go to the shop to buy that thing. It could be in the next hour, it could be in the next 15 minutes, it could be the next day. But the fact is, whatever that is you need, you want to go and get, you will go and get it. But in your mind, you've already thought about it, which means you have already done it. So you have already predicted the future, and when you have done it, you've done something that you've already seen. So this is where it gets interesting. So a lot of people don't use that concept in longer time frames. You see, if you can apply the same principle, as simple as going to the shop to buy something, you can apply that same principle even in life. You can imagine yourself maybe being a billionaire, driving a sport car, living in a mansion or a castle. It's possible, it can be done. You see, once you shift your mind away from who you think you are and everything that you have and focus on what you want to be, that is when you're going to start seeing changes. Even your behavior starts changes. You start looking at your health. You start looking at the things that you watch on television. At some point, you even stop watching television. I remember I stopped watching television. I think it was 2012. I stopped watching television totally. Mainstream media, radio, and everything. I stopped following all of that because that is bad for your brain. That is bad for your brain. You shouldn't watch television. You shouldn't even allow your kids to watch television. You should take your kids to the parks. You should take them to the nature. You should expose them to finance. You should expose them to money. You should teach them about money. You should teach them about how to value life. You should teach them how to think. You should teach them how to develop an interest in reading, because the secret for any child to be a better adult is through reading. Even an adult, you see, here's the best part about reading. You see, if you are a reader, if you learn, if you continue to learn, you see this idea that if you go to college, if you go to university, study, and then become whatever that you are, or doctor, lawyer, or whatever, a profession, the idea of having a profession is horse shit. People shouldn't be classified according to a profession. People should be allowed to be whatever they want to be. People should be allowed to be smart. We have figured out a formula. In short, we have figured out a formula of how to teach people to be smart, how to teach people to learn. I don't know if you understand this. I think it will take an average person roughly 6 months to read maybe, let's say, a 1,000 page book. But I can teach you how to read that within a week and remember everything that you read from that book. So that is the kind of a formula that we've figured out. If you can read in 6 months 1,000 pages, and then we teach you how to accelerate your speed of reading, and then at the same time it won't be just reading, you'll also remember everything that you read from that. We can teach you that skill, and you can, as time goes on, even a week will be too long, you'll be able to finish maybe a 400-page book within a day, and you'll be able to remember everything that you read from that book. So that's the kind of a skill that I want to teach people. I realize that I can be whatever that I want to be. I can be a doctor. I'm already an engineer. I can be, I also know how to trade forex. I also know how to trade options. I even know how to manipulate the indicators and a whole lot more in the MT4 chart. I have great contact overseas companies that want to work with me right now regarding forex. You can do amazing things. You see, I realized that I can do almost about anything, so that started to get boring. So now I want to teach people how to do what I do. I have already taught a few people successfully, and they can give a testimony to say that something has changed in their lives ever since they started spending time with me. So I introduced them to these things that changed me from the inside. So basically what I told them was that in order to change the environment around you, first you must change inside. If you can change the inside of you, eventually whatever that is around you automatically changes. That's just how the universe works. But people are so worried about what's happening around them on the outside that they forget about the inside, in a way that they allow what's happening on the outside to affect them inside. So you shouldn't allow that to happen. What you should do is that whatever's on the inside, try and maintain that. Remove all the negative thoughts and only focus on what you really want. And then that's when you will have changed what is on the inside. You need to stop feeling yourself as one. You need to feel yourself as everything. You need to lose your identity. You need to lose your identity in order to find yourself. I can teach you how to do that. I can teach you how to lose your identity. But it's very important that you need to understand that if I teach you this